All right, we are back. Today we are going to solder the motors to the wires, the original wiring harness. We're also going to install a soft start and a drill battery adapter up front. But up first, let's go ahead and tin everything up with our soldering iron, my trusty, dusty Radio Shack soldering iron that's been all over the world. Uh, so we'll get everything, I'll get the camera set up and we'll start tinning up the wires and the motors and everything to get this rolling. Stick with us. Here we go. All right, here we go. I've got my soldering iron. I've got my solder. I am going to tin everything up in here to the best of my ability while showing you what I'm doing. I've always soldered everything. I've always been into RC stuff. And there is nothing beats a good soldering iron. And this Radio Shack unit is the bee's knees. It does always help to have a helping hand or something when you're doing this stuff. This is a 6040 flux core solder. You also notice that your motor should have a red spot on it somewhere. I believe that that's the positive side. One would think. So we're going to test that theory out here in a second. Tinning the motors. So that everything goes together real nice. It's nice to have a sponge with your soldering setup so you can keep your tips clean. I'm going to cheat this one and do both at the same time. I just get the solder going, get it hot, and just feed it in. I want this whole thing completely saturated with solder. Awesome. But that happens on these big jobs. All right. I know that this side is positive because it's red. So red to red, black to black. Hopefully this all works out. If it doesn't, I will just desolder it and switch the polarities. I need some more solder on my tip. As much as I can on there. There we go. That is on. Do this one the same way. Clean tip. Load it up with some good solder and flux. All right, that's on there. Next side. Awesome. So I gotta switch this. Soldered the wrong things, wrong wires to the wrong motor. That's convenient. Barely clipped any of the material off. So the positive's on the opposite side on the bottom on this one. So I'm just going to go straight to it since everything's nice and hot. All right, let's get the black one off of here. That was a slight miscalculation on that one. Splattered solder all over my shirt. Awesome. This wire is so hot right now. Whew, okay. That's about as much as I got there. So I'm going to guess orange is hot. Jeez Louise. Man, it's hot. All right. We have got that hooked up. Now what we have to do is test the rotation. We'll do that here in a minute. All right, that was quite the ordeal getting that stuff soldered in. Let's test rotation, make sure we did it right. Fingers crossed. Of course, I can't see. Beautiful. So we got the soft start in. Actually, I'm sorry. So we got our rotation going the correct way. Our next thing that we're going to do is we're going to install our soft start and our battery. So stick with us. That'll only take about 2 minutes. All right. So again, we're going with our battery adapter from Amazon. I use an H-style battery, which is like Black & Decker Porter cable. And then this is the MLTOYS SoftStart. Like I said in my last video, this is not I feel that the description is misleading. SoftStart. These will still do a burnout, and they'll still do a wheelie. But these have a low voltage alarm in them. This is what you need this for, to keep your drill batteries from just the kids killing the drill batteries. So this will have a loud, audible beep when you hit your low voltage alarm telling you to replace the battery. I have 4 batteries, so my kid can ride for quite some time. But we're going to go ahead and get these installed. I've got the holes pre-drilled. I'm going to use just 2 little sheet metal screws for our soft start. Don't get me wrong, this soft start is a great product. It does exactly what I intend it to do, and that's battery protection. I don't really care too much for the soft start nature, but I guess it does save your potentially your battery packs, which is why I've got it in there for the low voltage protection. All right. Put this up. You match the kit comes with these connectors, these quick connectors. You lift up the fingers and you match colors, white to white, black to black. Bam. Bam. Ooh, that one didn't seat. You always pull on them after you close them. Bam. All right. Got that buttoned up. I've got my 30 amp inline fuse here. Everything is secure. Let's see here. That fits in the hood. Comes right down. So we are ready to go. This kid is itching to drive this thing. So we're going to put the seat on and get the Corvette ripping. All right, here's an up close view of the installation. Let me come back to the soldered wires. Let's get the seat installed and she'll be ready. All right, we're going to button this thing up with the last couple parts. We've got our seat, which just slides right down. Seat is in. And then we have our hood. Perfect. This is one ripper of a car. Should be a pleasure to drive. Pretty quiet outside of the gearbox noises with the foam on the tires. Like I said, it will go anywhere. Daggone near. It'll go snow, rain, mud, dirt, gravel. And it's great on the blacktop and the concrete because the hollow, super loud tires are now very, very quiet because of the foam. So if In my opinion, this is the best thing that you can do to a kid's Power Wheels. Uh, if this thing was brand new, I would do it to them straight out of the box because 12 volts, these things suck. Horrible. Even in high gear, they're horrible. So slow. So if you've got any sort of yard, this is the key. This is the solution. So go to MLTOYS.com, grab yourself a SoftStart. Go to Amazon, grab a battery pack and an adapter, and switch your kid's car over to a drill battery. It is well worth it. For more content like this, like and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks, and have a great day.